What's up, YouTube Nights? Welcome to the CovrPrice Top 10 for the week ending December 4th. Wow. Almost
Yeah.
time for Christmas, man. So you can officially play Mariah Carey now. It's December. So let's get right into it, boys and girls. Let's say the word while you guys are congregating.
Yeah. Woo! Say the word. Yeah. Say the word. Woo! Say the word. Say the word. Say the word and I'll come
What's up, party people? JB, say what's good to the people.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the top 10. This is a good list. It's actually 11 because we have the runners up, but it's going to be a good one. Hang out.
I think
Thumbs
so.
up, too.
Miss Milady of the Long Box, say what's good, everybody.
This is a good list. I agree 100%. There's a couple on here that I'm like itching to go buy after seeing kind of where the market's at. So if any of you out there are like, I want to buy on the dip, we have some good stuff for you
There's a
tonight.
couple of them in here.
Buy on the
Mhm.
dip. I like that. You got to make sure it's buying the dip.
Buy on
But
the
anyway,
dip.
this show's brought to our friends over at CovrPrice.com for your price guides, collections, and trends. And this here top 10 list and the Shakers list we do every Thursday. Sign up for a Seek, a 2-week free trial, or for the low price of, you know what it is, a
Come on,
McRib
man.
for a subscription. Also, our good friends at Bird City Comics. Use discount code of LOTLB to get 15% off anything in the Bird City Comics store. Laura, I don't we'll talk about Thursday, right? You guys ever
Another
drop Friday?
tease. Another tease.
You know, a little teaser here, but assuming Disney approves something, we'll be dropping something on Friday.
All righty. So you got to tune in Thursday, and Laura's will be here as well. So wow, there you go. So wow. That's I'm now I want to know.
Now you're speechless. You got them all lost for words.
I
T-Bone's
know.
lost for words.
Yeah.
What?
All right. Yeah. This shows. This is CovrPrice Top 10 for the weekend ending December 4th. So we look at the most books moved as well as a percentage jump and all that stuff that's calculated in these mad minds over at coverprice.com and their algorithms that they pick up. So let's kick things off. As always, there's one that doesn't quite crack the the top 10. Anthony doesn't quite crack the top 10. What do we have for this week's runner-up?
Runner up, we have Star Wars #1 from 1977. While sales for a 9.8 are about 3,000 below where they were in March of 2022, collectors have used the market dip to pick up mega key books like Star Wars #1. With Disney releasing Andor to great success and numerous projects on the horizons, fans thought it was time to pick up a key issue that helped start it all. We tracked 18 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 188%, with a high sale of $4,550 for a CGC 9.8 and a raw, very fine fair market value of $204. And that is quite a dip. Back in April of this very year, one sold for $9,600. So that's showing something there, right?
Huge dip.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so I would probably say before The Mandalorian, maybe 5-6 years ago, this was
Yeah.
an obtainable book. You know what I mean? 9.8's ran you, I would, correct me
Maybe
if
a
I'm wrong.
grand?
9 right around $3,000, $4,000 in a 9.8.
Oh.
Back in the day. But with the first appearances, Luke, and then the second issue with the first appearance of Obi-Wan, or is it Han Solo, and whatever. Anyway, but with the Mandalorian, all Star Wars comic books, our friend Nemesis Prime is in the live chat and attest to that. People even without news, people just like, you know what? Maybe the extended universe, maybe they'll come. You never know. I always
So
harken
many
back.
characters.
You ever seen that meme generator where it says like your underwear and the last thing you ate is what your Star Wars name is?
No.
It's a thing. Trust me. It's because you know how Star Wars names are so weird, and it's literally like the last thing you ate and the color of your underwear or something weird like that, man. Maybe trust me. Google it. It's a thing. It's worth the Google. All right, so that's the runner up this week. Star Wars #1 at 9.8 for 4,550 bones. Man. All right, what do we got for number 10, JB?
All right, let's get to this list. At number 10, we've got Deadpool, issue #1, the Ken Lashley, The Hall, Notorious B.I.G. cover again. Now, typically, most exclusives over 1,000 print one, they sit for a little while during that initial buy-in. Yet this and that M&M book breaks so many rules and buying habits that the market has long established. This cements the fact that these particular books cross multiple generations and types of collectors. Ready? We tracked 15 copies sold in the last 7 days with a trend of up 122% and a high sale of $150 for a raw copy.
I don't know what the drama or criticism is, or it's something about the Hall, because I try to accentuate the positives, so I won't get into that. But I've seen some people talking about it. So, but hey, man, Notorious B.I.G. I have a feeling another rapper may appear on this list.
You think?
Is that? I believe that's called foreshadowing. Do I dare say? Number 10 on the list is
Bit of a
Deadpool
tease.
#1 from a friend of the channel, Ken Lashley, from the Hall. Notorious B.I.G. variant, Raw Dog, 150 bones. What do we got for number 9?
Number 9, we got Detective
Wow, that's
Comics
unexpected.
I thought that too, so we're on the same page. Detective Comics 639 from 1991. Most of these sales has been labeled as Sonic's first appearance, which is interesting. This issue does contain a promotional 16-page insert of Sonic. However, this insert should not be confused with the 20-page debut of the Speeding Hedgehog. Additionally, this promotional insert was released nearly 2 months after the debut of Sonic the Hedgehog #1, released alongside the Sega Genesis. Yet it does precede the ongoing Sonic series from Archie Comics. We tracked 10 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 195%, with a high sale of $18 for a raw copy. Yeah, this one I'm a little bit iffy on. What do you guys think?
Well, I think this is a little false advertisements. What's going on? Someone
Yeah,
found
this
a very
is-
interesting way to market their
Mhm.
overstock, and it's turned into some significant sales.
Yeah, this is, you can't see me doing air quotes, influencers pushing like, hey, look at this, but everybody knows the true first. I mean,
No, that's the whole point, TiVo. Not everybody does know the true first. Some people read it in an ad on eBay and they buy it. They don't even do the research to even see if it's actually the true
Yeah.
first.
True.
so that goes to like first appearance to first like cameo to first like picture in an advertisement. I mean, um, remember the whole slogan, Sega. So take a shot if you're playing at home. There's a Netflix documentary about the video games that made us, or some shit like that, right? And it showed how Sega burst into the scene to try to take some of Nintendo's thing, and they had this whole campaign about Sega all up in your face and everything. It was very interesting. But Sega the Hedgehog, wow. Sonic the Hedgehog. What was like Sega the Hedgehog? All right, so
Close enough.
number 9 on the list is Detective Comics number 639. You can get a raw dog for $18. So there you go. It's probably sitting in your LCS. You didn't even know it. All right, what do we got for number 8?
All right, at number 8, we got one of my all-time favorites right here. Marvel Superhero Secret Wars issue number 8, originally published in 1984. Now, what more is there to say about this mini grail? The MCU has already confirmed they were going to release a movie based on Secret Wars. Additionally, they teased the alien symbiote in Spider-Man No Way Home. All the ingredients are there to make this an excellent speculation buy with tons of fuel behind it. We tracked 13 copies sold at a 7-day trend of up 148%, with a high sale of $255 for a CGC 9.0 copy.
Wow.
I think this is one of the things that when I always say it should be, this is a book that everybody should have in their collection, right? You know what I mean? Like you think about ASM 300 or copper titles that 1984, it was relatively sitting there for a while until people really started saying symbiote and then null and that whole madness and everything. But so Secret Wars, I've been watching some YouTubers like New Rock Stars and Emergency Awesome, and they're talking about Secret Wars and how big it's going to be. I know how big it's going to be, and I know who's directing it, but my lips are sealed.
Ooh.
Russell Brothers.
I
Anyway,
got a
number 8 on the
9.2 on my wall behind me, so this makes me happy.
Yeah, I'm a 9.8. So the Canadian variant, that's one to get to. So as someone in the live chat alluded to. So Marvel Superhero Secret Wars number 8 coming in at number 8. Wow, look at that. That's linear or synergy or some shit like that. 8 and 8. All right. What do we have for number 7?
Number 7, we have Spider-Man: The Lost Years, number 1 from 1995. Hallows Eve has debuted and revealed her previous identity, Janine Godby, aka Elizabeth Tyne. While it has been a long time since we saw this character with any significant role, it is clear to see her transformations have made her a deadly threat in the dark web storyline. Who knows what the future holds for Hallows Eve? In the meantime, we track 16 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 135%, with a high sale of $76 for a CGC 9.6 copy.
See, this is what I like to call organic, right? This is not that I know of that she's going to appear in a movie or anything. It's just, a new character popping up now that they, somebody from Marvel Archives said, hey, let's bring this character back and let's do something with them. But sometimes there's fire where there's smoke, and people know something at Sony and maybe they're developing it, but it's good to see them. Perhaps it's just organic is what I'm saying. So when I say organic, that means it's not based off of spec from comic book or TV shows. Could be influencers. I hate to use the I word, or people who have content that are saying pushing this book, but we never know. But hey, we only tell you what the market dictates. We don't tell you how it got there. But Spider-Man: The Lost Years, man, I would have never. I don't know. So that Spider-Man head on top looks like a remark to me.
It totally looks like a remark.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like it does not look like it should be on there. I wonder if that's a remark, but it just seemed to be drawn in there. It's kind of weird, man. But anyway, number 7 on the list, Spider-Man: The Lost Years, number 1 coming in at number 7 from 1995, 9.6 sold for $76. All right, what we've got for number 6.
All right, at number 6, we've got The Incredible Hulk issue 234, originally published in 1979. While many speculate about Quasar's appearance in Ant-Man 3, the rumors about Quasar have existed long before this year. Way back in 2017, James Gunn tweeted a picture of a VCR with a prominent sticker on it that said, Quasar. As some might remember, this was posted when Gunn was working on the Guardians of the Galaxy script. Is this speculation reaching, or is it perhaps a subtle clue that we will see this character soon? Either way, we tracked 16 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 176% and a high sale of ready $535 for a CGC 9.8.
Yeah, so it's this Quasar, aka Marvel Boy. Part of fast forward to like the Annihilation run or somewhere along those lines, right? Quasar was a prominent. So when I try to put 2 and 2 together and read the tea leaves, I'm thinking, okay, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 looks like that iteration of that team is going to end, right? But
Yeah.
we could have a whole iteration of Warlock, Quasar, Moondragon, and those characters. There's been multiple iterations of the Guardians of the Galaxy team, so I think it's rife. I was a week old yesterday when how do I say that? I was, when people say I was a day old when I found this out, when I didn't know there was a Guardians of the Galaxy game.
I was today years old, is how they say.
I was today years old when I found out it was a Guardians of the Galaxy game. So I was like watching all the cutscenes. I was like, man, this game looks fun. I don't know why they pushed it, because kind of been on this kick of watching Midnight Suns and all these other games, all the cinematic cutscenes and everything, because I don't really play games. Maybe I will. Like the last game I played really was God of War. Didn't finish it. I didn't finish Spider-Man either. Last game I finished was like the Batman Arkham series. But back to what I was saying, I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy is going away. I think, especially with the introduction of Warlock, right? I mean, Warlock and the Infinity Watch, perhaps, something along those lines. But the current iteration could be gone. And one of the saddest scenes in the trailer is seeing like young Groot, little furry, cute Groot. Oh, so sad. Oh. But anyway, yeah, watch the trailer, man. It's a heartfelt trailer. So halfway through there, boys and girls, let's hear from our sponsor, My Slabs. Tired of paying 10, 15, 20%, join the 1% revolution.
The platform designed by collectors for collectors just got even better. MySlabs.com is proud to now feature dedicated sections for both raw cards and raw comic books. Browse over 100,000 slab collectibles, authenticated by the industry's most trusted grading companies. Then check out a massive selection of sealed wax and now raw singles and raw lots. Join a passionate, no-nonsense community of nearly 50,000 members and enjoy some of the best buyer and seller protection in the business. And as always, My Slabs offers one of the most disruptive pricing models in the hobby, with seller fees as low as only 1%. So the next time you're forced to pay 10%, 20%, or more to sell something from your collection, head over to MySlabs.com, the low-fee marketplace, by collectors, for collectors.
Yeah, when you go to My Slab, tell them where you heard it from. Tell them the Lord sent you. All right, so number 6 on the list is Incredible Hulk number 234, the first appearance of Quasar, aka Marvel Boy, whatever. What's funny is, like, it says on the cover, Marvel TV sensation, because this is when the Incredible Hulk show was out, 1979. So it's kind of funny. All right, what do we got for number 5? I think we foreshadowed this book earlier.
That's out of order, isn't it? Oh, she's muted.
Oops, sorry. I just told myself everything. All right, at the halfway mark, we have The Amazing Spider-Man number 1, the Salvador LaRocca Hustle M&M Spotlight, limited to 1,000. This came out this year, 2022. This cover is a nice black and white variant of the original book. Additionally, this variant is limited to the 5th of the original book's print run. Due to this variant being the more difficult one to obtain, we see slightly less movement than the full-color print. However, that hasn't stopped these books from going for nearly 3.5 times the price of its original full-color cover. We tracked 20 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 178%, with a high sale of 808 for a raw copy.
That's crazy.
Bonkers.
That's bonkers for a brand new modern variant. $800 raw.
That is nuts.
Get the hell out of here with that.
I mean, limited to 1,000, so I guess so. Maybe I meant, and you know why I think this has more staying power than the BIG book is because Eminem is a huge comic book fan. I meant he's talked about it.
But apparently he doesn't know how to ship, which is like. Comic books
Ooh.
101. You don't
I
send
mentioned
somebody a
that
book in a
earlier.
manila envelope.
People that sell concert T-shirts don't know how to sell,
I know,
comic
right?
books. He's used to his guys are packing hooded sweatshirts for sale, not comic
Exactly.
books.
Yeah.
But as a
Well, yeah.
collector, you know how you want your book shipped to you. You know how you want to
Yeah.
receive a comic. So if he's ever received a comic, which I'm assuming he has as a collector, he knows that you have to at least put some padding and some protection. I'm hearing horror stories about these books just showing up beat to hell, which would
Yeah.
make
I'm pretty.
9.8
Yeah.
even more rare, I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's somebody, whoever that works for him is doing it, doesn't want anything. And hopefully M figures it out and be like, yo, what are you guys doing? That's my best Eminem impersonation. So sorry.
That was your-
Tebow doing Eminem.
Oh, I wish I could. Jeez, man. Number 5 on the list, Amazing Spider-Man. Number 1, Salvador La Roca. Hustle.
Ooh, look at him
Eminem's
roll the
Spotlight.
R's.
La Roca.
La
All
Roca.
right. What do we got for number 4?
All right, coming in at number 4.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the hell is this, right? Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal, issue number 1, the Mike Diodato cover, originally published in 2021. Now, the news of an adaptation has made both the regular cover and this variant hot commodities. We tracked 19 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 197% with a high sale of $75 for a CGC 9.8.
For all you kids who don't know who Diodato is, just Google Diodato drawing Wonder Woman and Elektra. He was a badass artist. I don't know what he's doing now. I don't know if he's still working, but I mean, this is 2021. Duh, I'm stupid. It just answered my own question. But Marjorie Finnegan, the Temporal Criminal. Why not? Sure. I mean, hey, I'm all about it, man. More and more content for comic book content. Give it to me. Even hey, man, if you guys haven't seen Warrior Nun, peep it out. Fucking awesome show, man. I'm totally digging it, man. And Wednesday, which is actually based on a Mark Millar comic. If you haven't, check out Bird City Comic Show from last week when they talked about the all the comics and the history of that. When I was watching Wednesday, I was like, really, Luis Guzman as Gomez? But then when I watched the Bird City, the Near Nirvana show, he originally kind of looked like that, kind of a short, frumpy dude, right?
Right. He wasn't supposed to be this like incredibly handsome. It was his charm that won her over.
Yeah, and it's weird because Catherine Zeta-Jones is just smoking hot, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, she's timeless.
Yeah, I love one of the lines in Wednesday where they go, "Oh my God, you're in black and white." It's like it's so awesome, man. You guys got to peep it out, man.
Zorro movie, she was like stupid sexy. It was so hard to look at her in the Zorro movie.
Oh yeah,
Catherine
Zeta-Jones. Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
incredible.
Yeah.
She has aged very well. I mean,
Yeah.
even if she had work done, she had a great doctor. But anyway, Sam Nebula with Salma Hayek. Oh, good Lambo, mercy. All right.
Agreed.
So number 4 on the list, Marjorie Finnegan, the Temporal Criminal, number 1 from 2021. What do we got for number 3?
Okay, here we go again. Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal number 1. This is the Andy Clark cover. Writers and Artisans Inc. from 2021. Whenever news breaks, we always see an upward trend in comic books. This is especially true for more obscure titles that may only be on some people's radars. However, these obscure storylines make some of the best media. An adaptation of this comic has a director, Ruben Fleischer, already attached to the project, along with an unnamed screenwriter. While we wait and see what the future holds for Marjorie, her temporal crimes has landed her in the top 10 list this week. We tracked 38 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 255%, with a high sale of $60 for a CGC 9.8 copy.
You know, it would be totally meta if John Claude Van Damme showed up as a time cop to chase the temporal criminal, right? Or like because have you am I dating myself by Time Cop? Everybody remembers Van Damme and Time Cop, right?
Yeah.
I am. I'm dating myself by agreeing with you.
That would be totally meta if they did the show and then all of a sudden Van Damme shows up. He's like, "I'm a time cop and you're a temporal criminal, so I'm here to arrest you." And then he does the splits. But anyway, number 3 on the list is the Marjorie Finnegan Temporal Criminal number 1 from artists and writers and artisans. Wow, that's a
Oh, real quick,
tough.
what was that other movie that Catherine Zeta-Jones was in? When she goes through
One
the
where she
laser
tr-
beams.
Yes, that's the one with the Sean Connery with Connery.
Entrapment? Entrapment?
It was Entrapment, I do believe.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. She was like he was a master burglar, and then she was a cop chasing him, but then she ended up helping him. But yeah, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I want to watch that now. Okay.
I want you to
Sorry.
watch her. Yeah. All right. What do we got for number 2?
All right, you knew it was going to be on the list. At number 2, The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 1, the Salvador La Roca Hustle M&M, limited to 5,000 copies. Now, whether you're searching for the Spotlight variant or the first print, these books have grown past the reach of many modern-day collectors. The iconic 8 Mile scene was recreated with our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Now, while M&M doesn't appear in the book, it's fun to imagine a quick-wit smart mouth like Spidey going toe-to-toe with the real Slim Shady. Now, we tracked, are you ready for this? 98 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 122% with a high sale of $258 for a raw dog.
So, JB, with 5,000 of these out there, don't you just, this is going to come down inevitably, right?
It has to. There's so many copies.
Wait,
out
let me
there.
look at the other one and see what the actual difference is between the two here.
The background.
So one is just black and white background. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So,
But
yeah.
1/5 of the print run. 5,000 is a lot of books these days. This book will come down in price. You must be patient.
Shout out to Cal L for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate you for donating to the cause, whatever the cause may be, cause you may be. So we're right there. Don't go away though, boys and girls. You'll be forwarded on to the Nirvana show right after this number 1 issue. And what do we have for numero uno? Drum roll.
Number 1,
What
we have
the
the first
fuck?
7 days. Number 1. This is from Bad Idea in 2022. Bad Idea continues with their creative comic release campaigns. This particular issue was a secret release solicited under a fake publisher name and promoted through Diamond Distribution with fake information. Once again, another exclusive from Bad Ideas has sent collectors hunting for the elusive copy of this dystopian storyline. FOMO has taken over the market and given this book enough heat to take the top spot this week. We tracked 66 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 1,282% with a high sale of $130 for a raw copy.
Okay.
So basically that means it was a $3 book if it had a 7-day trend of 1,000.
Okay, but if they marketed this all secretly, how did the stores know what to buy? Or if they even bought it, why would they buy it? It makes no sense. If you're marketing it.
I know some people who know some people,
so
and let's just say Bad Idea does some interesting things.
Here you go. TJ Slab Dragon says it all right there.
Yeah. They're all hype. So we shall see. But I never heard of this. My favorite comment in one here, it was a Muppet abomination. I was like, I can see that, but that's the what's his name? Dinesh from Valiant is the one that has started Bad Idea. With I really can't say who is silent partners. Although if you've watched shows in the past, I have. But it's incredible the things.
No comment.
It's incredible the things
Yeah,
people
it's
tell me. I'm
crazy.
just saying, man. It's
if you own the
incredible.
store, how would you even know to buy it? This thing's marketed under some crazy shit. You wouldn't have bought it.
Hey man, we just report the news with salon quality hair, and we just read what's given to us, except for today. Just got my hat on. So, Laura, any last words for you? Bounce.
Guys, make sure that you are following Bird City Comics on Instagram or follow Mrs. Bird City. Sometimes we share the same information. Also, stay tuned because up next, Near Nirvana is covering The Last of Us. So if you are a fan, we are going to kind of deep dive into that. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.
All right, JB, any last words?
Come back on Thursday because that's when we're going to bust out the Shakers list, and those books are crazy. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, please do. I'm doing some special stuff over on a platform we're not going to talk about, but you might be interested in it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I read last week's Shaker. It was just me and Gabe, and I was like, oh my God, these are wordy. I was like, I need some help. I was like,
I need
man, I
JB
was
back
like,
for the show. Yeah,
I'll
my
go on
daughter
Thursday
sang in the
too.
choir.
all right, Laura's gonna be on both Tuesdays and Thursdays in perpetuity. There you go.
There you go.
And JB and Gabe and whoever else. So basically,
If JB's there, I'm in. So
oh, well, there you go. Now, JB, that all the pressure's on you, man. So we'll see you Thursday for the Cover Price Shakers of the Week. Until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in them long boxes and peace out.
Shake it, make it, pull it back.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's three greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Shake it, make it, pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright. In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright. Go on and get some, boys.
Jack, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
What's in the box?